Good morning, all. Sunday, the 8th of August. Yeah, not much is changing, if I'm honest. Uh, Low pressure continues to dominate. I don't think I've seen a summer this wet since 2012. It just seems even the August monsoon that we normally get is being very much over amplified. But yes, we got occluded fronts absolutely everywhere. And this is the chart for about 1 o'clock local, which shows the occlusion which is currently sat over us, hopefully passing through. But it leaves a windy, westerly, unsettled picture. I mean, these are synoptic charts that we should see in the autumn, not in the middle of August. And as we go through into the next couple of days, look, convergence line on the south. We know what that means on Monday. Must be thunderstorms along the south coast, but maybe a little bit more flyable inland. Before that ridge of high pressure, if you can call it that, will come in on Tuesday. So Tuesday is really the day to watch at the moment. There is some signs it may settle down a little bit at the end of next week, but certainly it has been a dreadful run of weather the last sort of couple of weeks, especially, or really the whole summer. Why didn't we get the weather we got in lockdown 1? But anyway, what this has meant is the Met Office have issued a number of warnings for Lasham today. So yeah, strong sort of west-southwesterly winds with strong gusts and the potential of a thunderstorm this morning. I think the thunderstorm risk is quite low. It doesn't seem to be doing too much banging and crashing. It's just lots of heavy rain. Those winds, though, are said unseasonably strong, and on the ground, sort of southwesterly heights, we're looking somewhere in the region of 250, 260, probably about 25 to 30 knots. I think 30 knots more in the channel, but I think 25 knots is probably a good guess. With the public forecast showing that we'll see 14 knots sort of in the middle part of the day. Heavy rain for most of the morning, clearing up in the afternoon. And the afternoon is where I'm looking at if there is enough enthusiasm to go flying, as that was when we'll go flying on our wet and soggy airfield. And visibility starts to increase as well. You might have noticed the Met Office have started to put a few more parameters in. They used to sort of judge visibility by words, very good or good. I prefer to see what their actual raw data is, and you can see visibility gets up to 23 kilometres at 1 o'clock. The rain, well, this is the band of the occlusion which is going through at the moment. Interestingly, at height, if we look, the winds are a bit more westerly in places. So this sort of area of rain here is probably likely to skirt us this morning and bring some more rain, but behind it, there might be some enthusiasm and some brightness, but certainly not what we should have in August. Top temperature today of around 17 degrees and dew point of around 12 to 13 degrees. Not surprising considering this air mass. That's the picture outside at the moment. Cloud base probably about 900 feet or so. Very wet, very soggy. Yeah, really. And we can see sort of temperature of 13 and a dew point of 10. I mean, at least it's comfortable for sleeping, but that's about as good as it gets, really. And the pressure of 1,004 hectopascals. The top Metier forecast for today, as you might expect, is showing nil point in our area. So yeah, and I'm sure they're going to have a fairly big scrub day at Cambridge, but at least at Cambridge tomorrow you might get some soaring up there. I know there's a number of Lasham members up there currently. But yes, today looks like it'll be a nil point day for most of the country. And as we can see here, lots of sort of showers and stuff. I said maybe the opportunity in the afternoon to go flying. Cloud base is probably around 2,500 feet. And better just before the sun goes down. Oh, look at that. If you launch at about 6 o'clock, you might get a cloud base of around 3,000 feet. So yeah, I'd say pin your hopes in this afternoon if you want to fly. Farnborough reporting a few at 1,700 and scattered at 2,700, and showing that they'll be quite unstable for most of the day. but scattered at 2,000 at best. Let's compare that to Odium. Odium sort of showing few at 1,600 at the moment. And Southampton is showing scattered at 1,300, but with, a little bit more rain down there. So I think the way to sort of view it is, I think this morning is going to be fairly well written off by the shower activity. Well, we could call it showers. It's a sort of large frontal clumped bits of rain. But certainly we can have a look at it in a couple of hours' time to see if there's any worth looking at the afternoon. Airspace wise, nothing in particular. If we have a look, so number 5, just silent and Farnborough active as usual. Sort of 19, 15, 17, 14. Just the usual danger areas at the clay pigeon shooting there, turns back. There's Salisbury Plain is sort of being its usual self. Lots of activity up sort of just north of Luton and up there. I won't brief on that today because the likelihood of people flying up there is quite remote. But certainly if you are sort of whizzing around in a powered aeroplane, do check your NOTAMs as there could be some items today. 7 and 3, nothing particularly too much. So that's sort of our thing for today. One question from the audience I can see from Andrea just says, hello, do you know if instructors will be there in the afternoon? I would give a call in at, I don't know how long your journey is, but I would give a call in at about 11:30. I'm not going to make that decision here, whether we're going to fly this afternoon. At the moment, there is still a chance. So we'll wait to see if that does materialise, but you may want to sort of wait until 11:30, give a call into the office, and then I should have a slightly better idea if it's worth making the trip. I hope it will be. It's too difficult to tell at the moment. This sort of weather is difficult to predict, but certainly we do have capacity in the afternoon to move everything from the morning. Excellent. Okay, thank you. Cool. So we'll make a decision on runways and everything like that when we go flying. But yes, wet and windy. Who would have thought that for August? Bye for now.